Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Before I talk about the title of this video, the quest for finding, or I've found my new Classic 350. Very exciting. Um, it might not be what you were thinking, but we'll come on to that in a second. Um, I wanted just to touch on mental health. I know a lot of you don't like listening to it, but there's a lot more of you that do. And I've spoken to three of you guys today that have all gone through similar mental health episodes uh, to the one that I'm going through at the moment. And it really, they were saying how good it is to talk about it and to sort of not hide it away. And I totally agree. I'm starting my talking therapy next week, which is a weekly group chat. I don't know what we talk about. I'll tell you when I do it, for an hour and a half, and I think it will help because I really have to thank you guys for reaching out to me and making me feel like that it's not just me, and that it's okay to talk about, and that you shouldn't hide it away because it kind of makes it worse, and it becomes like a dirty secret. And I was feeling a little bit like that myself when I was doing videos. I wasn't really putting myself into it, and I wanted to tell everybody, but then I was worried about the reaction, but I shouldn't have, because the reaction has been just incredible. So I'm so touched and so pleased that it's not only helped me, but it seems to have helped some of you guys as well, which is amazing. And all it is just talking to each other about it and not being ashamed. I think that's the word that I hear a lot is I feel ashamed, and I did as well, if I'm honest with you. And that's why I was so concerned about putting the video out initially, because I know there are still people that don't understand mental health problems and just put it down to, you're feeling a bit down and pull yourself together type thing. And I know that still exists because I've met people that think like that. But it's not that. It's a lot more. And I know that for those of you that have dealt with that sort of stuff, you know what it's like and how hard it can be. So yeah, thank you to everybody. It really touched me that that people were happy that I was talking about it, because yeah, as I said, I found it very difficult and was really concerned that it would end my YouTube career. Otherwise, it wouldn't end my YouTube career, but I'd just be broadcasting to one person. Maybe I am today. Maybe that day has come. Um, Right, let's talk about the Classic 5. No, it's Classic 500. I've got one of them. The Classic 500, I'll tell you what, I know I keep going on about Darcy and the old man, um, but I watched a video today, Darcy and the old man's video about Darcy's Moto Guzzi that he's had problems with, and he's going to get rid of it. He's had enough, and I totally get that. I think I'd be the same, absolutely. And he's going to get a Royal Enfield. What Royal Enfield he gets, I think he'll get a Bear. Call me Mystic Willie. I don't know what he's going to get. He hasn't told me, but I'm guessing that he'll get a Bear. That's my guess. And I'm really hoping that the old man gets one of the single cylinder Royal Enfields, because I think he'll love it. Because I absolutely love the Classic 500. It is just so much fun to ride. It is so different. No matter what people have say about why you're getting a 350 when you've already got 500, they're so different, so different. As you know, I was really wanting the Halcyon Grey, which was the same as my first Classic 350, which is in the picture at the top there. And they hard to find because they've discontinued that colour now. They've only got the three colours, as we said. The Halcyon Grey, you can only really buy if they've got one that's in their warehouse that they haven't sold. Some dealers have got some somewhere, but I couldn't locate one that was in stock, that was near enough to make it viable to buy. So then privately, there was one guy who was selling his, and he actually emailed me yesterday, because I did email him. He lives in Swansea, and he had a Halcyon Grey one, and he emailed me yesterday saying that he'd sold it. And I think, yeah, it's. I knew he would, because it was lovely. It was really low mileage, but he was in Swansea, and it's just the logistics of it just were hard to work out, about like paying for it, and would I get a courier to pick it up? Then how do I pay for it? It was all, yeah, too complicated, and I obviously wouldn't be able to see it first either. So When I say I've got a new Classic 350, well, let me spin the camera around and show it to you. Don't hate me. So guys, I've been looking and looking and looking, and it's been almost impossible. And the nearest I can get to a halcyon grey Classic 350 is this one. Unfortunately, it's a little bit small. I mean, they're small anyway, but this one is particularly small. However, I've been told that if everyone closes their eyes and wishes that it was bigger, I've tried this many times, guys, it will grow. So after 3, we'll see. Okay, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. It's worked. If only it did. So here it is, guys, my halcyon grey Classic 350 that I picked up from Great Yarmouth in Norfolk today, from a lovely guy that I'm going to keep in touch with and meet up with. Actually, he's a really top guy, Nigel. Thank you so much. Nigel's had this from new. It's done, what's it done? It had just over 650 miles on it when I picked it up. It's now done, I think, 720. And I have to say, guys, I did forget how much I love the Classic 350. I knew I loved it, but I just forgot how much. This bike is absolutely stunning. And I know people say it's got no power, but I was sat on the A143 at 60 miles an hour quite comfortably. Yeah, without a care in the world, listening to that beautiful single cylinder engine and thinking, I feel so good. And look at him. Right, so let's talk about names. And I know a lot of you don't think you should name your bikes. Well, I don't care. Anyone who's got a Royal Enfield should give them a name, because they do have character. So my first Royal Enfield, which was that one, he was called Ernie. Now, my other half suggested that we call this one Ernie 2. And when I say Ernie 2, I mean 2 as in T-O-O, not T-W-O. Because it would be Teddy and Ernie 2. So that's his name, Ernie 2. And I have already ordered loads of bits for him, which I will show you on further videos. But yeah, I'm going to make him look as good as I possibly can. I mean, he looks amazing already. So he's had his first service done. So yeah, what a result. Nigel, you're a top guy. Nigel has got a beautiful 2021 Speedmaster, Triumph Speedmaster in the black and white, and hopefully you'll let me do a video on it, because it's such a lovely bike. I used to have the older black and white one, and they really are stunning bikes. So he wanted just to go down to the one bike, and he reached out to me and said, are you interested? So I mean, obviously I was at the point of thinking, right, I'm going to buy a Madras Red or one of the green and chrome ones, but I think you all know that this was the bike that I really, really wanted back in my life. And boy, am I happy. So I'm going to do a comparison video, obviously, between the Classic 350 and the Classic 500. And there's so many differences. But not only that, we're going to do a trio of Royal Enfields. There's going to be 3. Yeah, there's another one coming, another Royal Enfield, single cylinder. And we will have them all together, and we will discuss the differences between the 3 of them. I can't wait. So that's coming up. But tell me what you think, guys. I love this colour. As you know, it's my favourite. I love the halcyon green as well. I mean, I love all the old halcyon colours, but this one really, really did it for me. I've ordered the touring seat. I won't tell you what colour yet. And some other bits and pieces that I will show you in future videos. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for all the emails you sent with the bikes that were for sale and stuff. And I'm sorry if I was having a little joke with you. I'd never do a video saying I bought a new Classic 350 and then show you that. That's YouTube suicide. Right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ride safe. Ernie 2.